Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out ESP Rade Collection, or Rade Psi, on Nintendo Switch. Now, this game hasn't made it over to the North American eShop yet, or European eShop either. So this is from the Japanese eShop. Since these games don't require a whole lot of knowledge of the native language, I figured it'd be okay to show this here. This will eventually make its way over to North America and Europe in a few months, I think. Probably towards the fall, I think. It took Darius about that long to get over here, so I imagine it'll be the same way here. And this is brought to you by those wonderful folks over at M2, so we know we're going to get a nice quality conversion. Alright, so we have, well, here. You guys want to read the manual? Now this includes the original Rade and Rade Psi. And it's a cave vertical shooter. After their success of DoDonPachi and DoDonPachi and Dangon Feveron, we have what a lot of people consider Cave's seminal work for this style of game, this bullet hell style. Yeah, so let's hit this version here. Arcade challenge, arcade Asadi. Which one is Asadi? We'll hit the Asadi. Why not? No play, huh? Oh, this is just replays. Okay, never mind then. Let's see. We can do arcade challenge, arcade Asadi, arcade plus. Super easy. Arcade plus, huh? Let's do that one. What do we got here? This was a little different for Cave. Instead of spaceships that are having people. Again, later Cave games, this idea of these psychic kids, they would use again. Oop, boy, I'm already screwing it up. Of course, there are the normal options for Tate, in case you want to rotate the screen, or if you're physically rotating your screen, like you're playing in portable mode, you have that option as well. We're not going to do those modes, of course, because it'll screw up your vision. Or at least it'll make you crane your neck probably more often than you need to. Yeah, you can see it's a super busy screen, but you also have a lot of really good control over your character, and the hitbox is like 2 pixels wide. So it's incredibly fair, at least now. Later on, it's not so fair. Oh, yeah, sure. I won't be able to put my name on the high score table. Like that was ever going to happen anyway. Yeah, there's even still a fair amount of English in the game anyway. I don't imagine it'll take too terribly long to translate all this and bring this out in the States, but or at least in North America. I don't know. I think there'll be a little bit more trouble in Europe since there's more languages to deal with. Yeah, hopefully we'll get it in the fall. At least that's when I anticipate it to show up. Of course, we may never get it, which is why I usually invest in these shmups, even though they're in the Japanese eShop. I usually take the time to try to purchase them. Because you never know, you know. I mean, we were actually pretty lucky to get Darius' collection. I know they were considering, at some point in time, not even releasing it. You know, I mean, I wasn't sure where the audience was for that, if there was like a thirst for it. Oh, about it continues. You only get 2 to start with. You earn more.
Game over.
Let's see here. Again, we have more options if we want. I'll do a little Google Translate if you want on that one. And let's hit the arcade mode. Now, I'm surprised how much blood there is in the game. I think that's one of the things that was really shocking to me when I first played this. And I played this in a nickel arcade. Way back. You know, back when the nickel arcades invested a little bit more money into getting arcade machines into their stores. And then, you know, having the whole market fall out underneath them. Again, in the States. Yeah, I think Japanese arcades are still a thing. Thought I had enough room. What are we fighting for? We cannot even find the answer, but we keep on running. Oh, what? You're terrible. Nah, I love that super scalar technology. Scaling price, I mean, to me, they're just still really awesome to look at. No. Okay, arcade challenge. Oh, I see. This is all the routes that you can unlock with the different characters. Nah, I don't think we want to do this one quite yet. I doubt I'd do very good with it. That's kind of cool. It gives you multiple tries. I guess you can get it within that time period. Oh boy, I'm not going to do it though, I can tell you that. That's rough. Oh, I'm so terrible at this. Oh, did you get it too? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a hard game. And there's a lot more subtlety in this than like DoDonPachi. Though still my favorite of these vertical cave games is Dangon Fever Run. Really, it's just because I love the music so much. This is really the superior game that Cave made. Yeah, wow, I did terrible. Cleared bronze. Huh. Just barely, sir. Yeah, I don't. All stages play. Why? Yeah, I don't think I can handle that. Okay, so I guess we could try super easy, but you don't earn credits on super easy, I don't think. Let's hit Arcade Plus. That's like the feature version. Thankfully, every time you play, you earn another credit. You start off with 2, and the more you play, the more you earn. I think there is a point in time where they just give you the 99. I don't remember what that cutoff is, though. Yeah, she's the hardest one to use, but that's okay. We'll try it. Yeah, I mean, I opted out of getting the super expensive physical collector's edition. There's only so many of those made, and I think they're sold out by now. It was the same thing with Darius. I mean, you just kind of had to get it while it was hot. And I don't believe there's a plan to get the physical version in North America. Again, just like Darius. I think they understand that in North America, these kind of games are just a limited market. Unfortunately. I just don't think people give it a chance, but, I totally understand. I know, like, one of my friend's kids look at a game like this and they're just like, those ugly graphics. I'm like, they're not ugly. They're just old. I think they still look good. Yeah. Unlike me. I don't get any prettier the older I get, Now, all these games, actually, I think this one, is this the one that does the randomized levels? It might. I might be thinking of the Saturn version. Or not Saturn, PlayStation 1 version. Oh, son of a... Yeah, I should have used the shield. I just totally forget that I even have that, you know. Since this game doesn't feature super bombs, you know, the closest you can get is that charge shield. Yeah, I can't go on the leaderboard. It's breaking my heart. Yeah, I think for me, the next big shmup game that I'm really looking forward to is R-Type Final 2. I can't wait for that to come out. I guess there's a demo, but I haven't downloaded it yet. To me, that's one of those games I don't want to spoil. I mean, I just really want to play the full retail one and, you know, not even look at it. Any sort of demo. I think we're going to get a lot more enjoyment out of it if I do that. We get so few of these big name games that, you know, I really want to experience it as it comes out. In fact, I still have R-Type Final in the case, although pretty soon I won't even have a system that I can play it on anymore. Oh, you did PlayAsia? Yeah. I mean, I buy my eShop points through PlayAsia, but you know, I just don't have like the kind of room for a big collection anymore. You know, I've gotten to the point now where I just really want to play the games, and the fanciness of the collector's edition doesn't really appeal to me anymore. I mean, the greed inside my head says yes, buy it, but I think practically when I move like every other year, and you know, I've lost a couple games on my moves from one form or another. You know, I don't know how all of that happens, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just be able just to play them on my SD card without necessarily having to double dip. I mean, the only exceptions I make for those are Gradius games, just their physical Gradius games, which there hasn't been for, you know, 15 years now. Because that's my favorite shmup series. Or R-Type. I used to say Raiden, but Raiden's actually being released left and right nowadays. In fact, they're going to bring out Raiden 4, I think. I think they're doing a re-release of that, so that'll be fun too. Although again, I'm still waiting for Arcade Archives Raiden 1 and 2. I don't know why that's taking so long. Oddly enough, no Raiden 3. I don't know if people just don't like that one. I liked it just fine. I thought it was great. But it's sort of hard for Raiden to live up to Raiden 2. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, oh, I also picked up the Less collection, which is good and bad, right? Because those original games were on Master System. You know, they're still good, but obviously they're nowhere near as fancy as this game. And I actually don't think there are plans for a Less in North America. It's not really that well known of a series. Especially when you talk about the Master System. I mean, boy, that system did not do well in North America at all. It did really well in South America. But yeah, North America, we just didn't dig it for whatever reason. It was definitely ahead of its time. No, come on. So bad. I'm so bad at these games. I love them, but yeah, I will never really be that good at them. Oh, the demo's bad. Well, you know, I'm still gonna be buying it. That's why, to me, it doesn't even matter if the demo's out or not. I mean, I'm still gonna buy the final product, so it doesn't really matter so much. You know, it's like that band that releases that crappy album that you still have it. And you're still willing to give it a chance even after you've listened to it 3 or 4 times. Well, yeah, all right. I mean, you know, treasure can't make every shmup, so, yeah. Sometimes things just don't work out. Just like Platinum can't make every action game. Yeah. Oh, God. Terrible. Oh, well, that sucked. You let him get away, Odd. I'm sorry. I'm too weak. I do like this. I mean, there's always a way out of every situation with this game. So, like I said, even though it's like overwhelming odds, it's never really unfair. You just gotta memorize everything and figure out where the locations are, and when you can charge, when you can't charge. You know, when to meter all that stuff. But they give you all the tools. And it's pretty satisfying once you finally get the pattern down. It just takes a long time. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't use my shield. These are the kind of games where you're happy that the frame rate slows down a little bit. Gives you a little of a fighting chance. I mean, if this was at a constant 60, I think I do even worse. Not that I'm doing particularly well, but still. I know. I keep forgetting. Like I said, I'm not good at the game, and there's a lot of things I just forget that I have. Like, I'm so used to playing these kind of games with just the P shooter. That I forget there's other buttons. It's like, you could do a P shooter only run when you're good, not when you first start. Oh, well. And let's see. How easy is super easy? I can't imagine this being any, like, significantly easier, unless they just give you infinite credits. play JB. A little weaker, but a little better shot coverage. Yeah, never come to my channel expecting an expert playthrough. That's pretty much never going to happen. Hopefully this is more like of an idea of what, you know, if you don't already own it, then it's maybe something that you'd be interested in. Really, that's kind of my aim on this channel, is, you know, just showing people some niche games that you should give a chance, you know, in between your other games that you like. Something like this is perfect, you know, if you just, if you take your Switch with you wherever you go, you just want to play a quick game of something without being like super bogged down. That's where I think this genre really excels. Or you could be like super intense and just focus on the game and get really good. So you know, it meets both those audiences. Like I picked up all those Mega Man games too, and I plan on going through all of them. But yeah, I think probably most people on, you know, Twitch or Facebook Gaming or YouTube would be able to do like all 6 games in like 4 hours, and I will probably take a whole month to go through the original Mega Man games. Maybe longer. But I guess being sucky means that I get more value out of my games. They last longer. I don't know. I know, the first stage, the first boss always gives you so much confidence, and then they just really start hammering you. Once they get that quarter, man. It's like they're reaching out into your pocket and taking the other quarter. Yeah, yeah, honestly, I mean, for Mega Man, I've only really played Mega Man 1 and 2. You know, with any frequency. All the other games, well, Mega Man 8. I guess I played a lot of Mega Man 8 too, but yeah, everything else I just really, I haven't played a lot of them. I feel sort of bad. I should probably play those games. You know, they're like part of a gamer DNA, playing Mega Man. Well, in my early years, I didn't get you know, the first Nintendo for a long time. And when I did get it, I mean, I got like a ton of games with it. But then I like became totally obsessed with the TurboGrafx. So, you know, my Nintendo sat in my closet for a long time. But now I don't even want to look at the thing. I mean, hooking up an old Nintendo to a modern, you know, TV, and I have a 2016 OLED. That is a pain. And that signal does not look good. So unless I want to get a FrameMeister, you know, to kind of do the upscaling and clean up the signal, it's so not worth it. I just would rather buy these collections and play them. Yeah, I'm definitely not a purist. Just like, you know, you could get the these PCBs. They're actually pretty readily available if you wanted to get the arcade PCB, but it's still rather expensive for the first ESP. I think the last time I saw it, it was going for like a little under 300, somewhere around there. Or I could just spend $50, you know. You know, and get both versions of ESP. Yeah, I'm glad this generation has brought the you know, the arcade scene home. You know, for so long, we were only getting, you know, home versions in collections and in restorations, but now we're finally getting arcade games. And said, for me, arcade games were my best memories of gaming. Home versions not so much. I mean, I liked home consoles, but there really was just nothing like walking up to a cabinet and just playing a you know, a simple yet complex game. There's definitely a place for you know, your Final Fantasies and your Minecrafts and your Fortnites, but this real simple, you know, yet expert, you know, precision. That's my favorite. As long as it's fair, you know. Sometimes I'll play something like Dark Souls and realize that it's really not as fair as it aims out to be. It really does kind of rip you off here and there. Whereas I don't feel this way about the cave games. The cave games I always feel are totally fair to me. I'm just not good enough to, you know, to showcase any talent with them. This game totally feeds your anxiety because the bosses just take a little bit too long. And you're like worried that you're going to screw up any moment. Part of the game's appeal, though. Well, the whole genre's appeal, really. Yeah, why is this wrong? Why is the rapid plus the... no, A is... I mean, the A button is the big laser, you know, the shield and the big laser. B button is the cluster shot. That's the strong shot. I know it's different on the PlayStation 4. I think there's some shortcuts on the trigger too. I think it probably doesn't help that I play so many games a week. that I can never really get good at anything. But you know, I don't want people to like hit this channel and then find out that I'm not playing. Like maybe I'm just playing the games that they're not interested in, and you know that goes through a whole week and there's nothing that I have to offer for you. So you know, I think it's, for me, it's better just to have like a lot of different games that I play all the time. And you know, there may be some days where I don't have anything for you, but it won't be like for an entire week. And some of my favorite streamers, you know, lately have been playing games that I just don't care for. I was like, man, I really want to see what you're doing, but you know, I don't want to watch you play that game. Oh boy. I know, I bet I have that ghost gamer face. Totally fascinated with what's on the screen. I'll tell you, playing a game where you have to concentrate, that's like the least sexy face you'll ever have. Isn't that zombified look? But you're like so happy that you're doing it. Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah. I know, I gotta hit a less tier soon. How long have I been playing this? I've been playing for like 45 minutes. I haven't blinked for at least 30 of those minutes. Yeah, LS will be interesting because I never played the Master System LS games, so those will be brand new for me. Although I love OS in the later series, you know, when they're making TurboGrafx versions, those I love. And things like Guardian Legend, you know, that unsung hero of shooter games, which I wish somebody would resurrect. I mean, man, bring it to the online store, damn it. It can't be a license problem. I mean, seriously. It's funny, there are still like modern day shmup RPGs, but you know, none of them are any good as Guardian Legend. It seems like that was like the beginning and ending of you know, RPG shoot 'em ups. I've played quite a number of the modern ones. And it's like, man, they just really don't get it. They don't get the shooter aspect, and they don't really get the good adventure aspect. So it's always disappointing when I find one and get excited, and then it just turns out to be like somebody's like student project. Yeah, look at these mech designs. God, they're so cool. It's almost a shame you're shooting him down. I don't feel that bad about it, really. Then I gotta play Lost Pages after we do a list. Because that game was awesome. Do I have time for Monster Hunter? I think I'll be dead tired by the time that rolls around. Ah, I see. So it's super easy if you get hit and you have a charge on your on your shield, then it does it automatically. I was wondering why it was going off. I was like, God, I don't think I hit that button. Alright, yeah, super easy is significantly easier. I mean, it's almost a shame to play this mode. Although, again, I'm glad it exists. If anything, it's some training. I mean, all the patterns are the same. It just makes a couple things easier for you. What the heck, man? Oh my god. Die already. Jeez. Yeah, I'm happy Play Asia has managed to survive after all these years. Play Asia is where I bought my my Japanese Saturn from, which still works to this day. Unlike my Dreamcast, which is now completely broken and won't even turn on. In fact, I think I just replaced the battery on that. Although now, I really only kept it to play Radiant Silvergun, and Radiant Silvergun was on the 360 store, and it works on the Xbox Series X. I'm just like, well, what do I have left on my Saturn that I still need to play? Guardian Heroes they brought over. Like I said, DoDonPachi was on there, but obviously it's available on a modern platform. Dark Savior, maybe? I don't know. Not much stuff on there that I want to play anymore. Shining in the Holy Ark. I don't think they ever did a nice version of that. And I guess there's no demand for it. Which, to me, is a real shame. It's weird, those Shining Force games. I mean, it's like Sega doesn't even care that those exist. You know, Nintendo went through all the trouble of reviving Fire Emblem, and Sega's like, Shining Force, let's play those old games. We got a new Sonic game for you. Like, oh, thanks, Sega. But then Sega makes another Yaksa game. Like, you're not bad, Sega. We're friends again. Oh, well, sorry about that. I mean, you are shooting at me, though, so maybe I don't feel that bad. Yeah, I know what's really funny is that these games actually have like a ton of backstory. So they wrote a bunch of stuff for the scenario. But yeah, everything goes by in like a second because, you know, it's an arcade game and people don't want to sit there and stand around and read a ton of dialogue. But yeah, there's actually a fair amount of backstory to the game. And you really only get that through some fan sites and some press materials, I think, which are also in here as well. Although again, there's no translation, so I think that would take a while to figure out. And I don't know if they would actually go through the trouble of translating all the original materials. I have a feeling that's probably a no on for that answer. Ah, so cool. Yeah, this doesn't really even feel like a cave game on super easy mode. I think this is the only time I'm ever going to play this mode. It's cool to be able to see everything. Okay, yeah, there are less bullets. I thought maybe super easy still kept the same number of bullets, but yeah, no, she should be filling this screen with bullets in the normal mode. Damn it. Can I get her? One bar. Maybe I'll do a less tomorrow. I'm gonna run out of time. Won't be able to play those other games. Ah. Ugh. She's all hands. Lawsuit City. Oh, plus, where the hell she go? Oh. Ah, yes. So it's always got to be an overpowered child as the final boss. Ah, the Japanese in there. And they're, you know, super powerful toddlers. I still gotta play more Darius, another Chronicle too. I really haven't played anywhere near as much as I'd like to in that game. But it would have been nicer if they would have brought Chronicle Saviors over, but I guess I can understand. Is it all this slow? I think it's just slow just for easy mode. I kind of remember this being like a faster battle. And obviously more bullets on the screen. Oh, you can't play as her? You know. Is she like super? She's like super OP. I guess I would need that help. Okay, Chance 11. Yeah, I'll check it out. Although I'll be honest with you, you know, I probably don't look at a lot of manuals, but it's nice that somebody took the time out there. I said I won't finish my Japanese class for like another 3 years, and that's just speaking. You know, the written language is much more difficult. Mainly, it's all the kanji. You know, even native speakers have a hard time with the kanji. But yeah, there you go. That was ESP Lady Garra on Nintendo Switch. So right now it's only available in the Japanese territories. I don't even think it's available in Asian territories. I think it's just Japan for right now. There are plans to bring this out for North America and Europe, but I don't think there's a real solid date on that. I would guess the fall is when we'll see this. Same thing for both Cotton and what was the other big one? I can't remember. I know Cotton and this are coming over. So yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit longer for North American. But you know, if you want to set up a Japanese account and buy the eShop version, it's really easy to do so. You can buy your eShop points through PlayAsia, and that way you don't have to set up you know, an international PayPal account if you don't want to, or if you already don't have one. But yeah, it's well worth your time. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. And I highly suggest it when it does come out in your territory. You know, that's definitely good stuff. It's a classic, and it'll keep you up for many hours. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you at the next stream.